Welcome, beautiful yogis. Today we practice together coming into a natural flow state through moving and breathing and focusing to heal our bodies, to build strength, and to bring ourselves into this optimal place of gratitude. So, welcome. We begin seated. Lovely to see you back. Hope all is well. And we begin seated. And so we sit in a very long spine, the legs easily crossed, or one could always sit on a chair if the knees or ankles don't want to be crossed. But we take this noble pose, upright, alert, calm, sensing the space that we're in, taking a little look to your right and a little look to your left. And as you come back to center, lower your gaze or close your eyes and have the awareness of the room that you are in. The sense that we are coming back to the yoga mat to practice again. And please tune into your breath now, bringing it into a slower and deeper mode. It's a coming home to the space, to the body, and as the mind rests in the breath, this too is a homecoming. So if your mind is a little bit distracted, and we could all do that, let's exhale through the pursed lips for 1. Deeply fully in through the nose. A little holding moment, and blow the breath away. And one more time, nose in. And pursed lips exhalation, slow, smooth and complete. Little moment without breath. Good. And now in and out through the nose. In the diaphragmatic breath, which is this fullness of inhale that rises from low in your lungs and moves upwards, all the way to cresting at your throat. And as the exhale occurs, the feeling of the descending breath ebbing away, and towards the end of the breath, the abdomen relaxes. And now contract your pelvic floor at the end of breath. Release it for the incoming. Soft belly. Breath pours in. Expands the belly, expands the ribs, comes up to the very top where we hold the breath. And then through the nose, the feeling of the descending breath via the nose, but the sensation of ebbing away that moves downwards now to the relaxed belly, and then the clenched pelvic floor at the end of breath. And release. One more time this way, nose in. A little hold. And the exhale through the nose slowly. From the top through the middle to the emptying of the belly. It's a sensation, empty breath, internal contraction as the pelvic floor pulls inwards and upwards. Lovely. And release. Natural breath. We move on now to alternate nostril breathing. Our intention is to come into a flow state through flowing poses and breathing. An alternate nostril is just a lovely breath to take us there. So your right hand thumb closes off your right nostril, inhaling through your left. Fullness of breath, close up your left nostril with your ring finger. Open the right nostril for exhalation, the descending breath. End of breath. Contract the pelvic floor. Release it. Right side inhale. As we close it, we hold a moment. The left side slowly exhales. All the way to empty, and we have that little moment of no breath and that inward contraction at the root, which we release as the inhale happens. Left in. At the fullness moment, we switch for right out. Empty moment. Apply the root lock, release the root lock, and right side in. Little pause. Switch as we exhale left. Root lock, release, same side in. Feeling into that inhale, and we switch for exhalation. Stay tall, stay focused, stay with ease, even as at the empty of breath, we apply the root lock. Release the root lock, right side in. And switch for left side out. Apply root lock, release, hand releases down, sit internally for natural breath through both. Simple breath practice, alternate nostril breathing that balances our active and our passive sides. The doing and the being, we bring that all into wholeness and oneness, feeling into your state of being. Lovely, everyone. Lower chin, open eyes, and let's undo the legs and bring your feet now to parallel and a little wider than the hips, and use your hands behind you. Lift your heart and tip your knees to one side. Bring them back to center and tip to the other side. Inhale up, exhale over, and let this now also just become a lovely flowing, moving. I'm going to add the upper body, so as we exhale over again, bring the opposite arm and sweep it across your body to touch down. Inhale, bring the arm back, the knees back, and the exhale is the tipping and the other arm coming across. So there's a flow here too. Knees and hips are going one way, and upper body goes the other way, flowing. Let the breath lead the way. So it's really nice to move the body, because it's not only the muscles that need activity, but also our joints and our tissues, the fascia. Everything thrives when it gets to move, and we need to do that in a way that is not overdoing or underdoing, but just coming into this nice flow. Let's do it one more each way. And it's also lovely to just enjoy doing this. Nice, everyone. And we'll come back to center. Now let's bring the feet in and line them up. Adjust your seat. And now we've got the wide knees and the feet matched up. And we've got a nice hip activation here. So now let's flow into circling your trunk out of the stable sitting bones and pelvis, and just rolling your whole torso with the breath in this lovely, easy circling. Good, and we'll take it the other way. One more time, please. Great. Come back to the center line, sit tall. I'm mirroring you. Bring your right heel close to the groin and send your left leg out to the left, quite far out to the side, best you can. And now root down through both sitting bones so that as we root down, there's an ascending through the central column. Same side arm. Get long on the inhale. And we're going to have 3 goes at this. Exhale as though reaching for your foot. Inhale, bring it back up and get even longer on this inhale and reach towards your foot. And one more time. Get long. And then this time as we reach, grab something. Could be your ankle or your toes. Lovely. Now draw your torso so your arm is straight. And now bring your other arm, your right arm, up next to your ear and just hold the vertical line. Holding the vertical line here and breathe. 3 deep breaths. Beautiful. On the inhale, bring your left arm also to the vertical line. So your arms are parallel, reaching high. Keep the arms reaching. Just drop your shoulders. Lovely. Stay here for inhale. Nice big lift. Side body is stretching. Feel the exhale. One more breath in. And now the arms are just going to float down forward to land lightly on the mat, where on touchdown we'll inhale, lift the heart and bring your trunk, your heart forward. So this is an asymmetrical forward bend. We're just inching our hands, arms forward and reaching into the lower back. Flow with breath. This is our flow practice, breath movements, flowing one into the next with ease and with enjoyment. Long, slow breaths. Great. Let's walk the hands back. Keep the legs as they are. Just turn your torso towards your turned out leg. Rooting still through the sitting bones. Now it's the opposite arm to your turned out leg. Comes up on inhale. And now we're rotating and reaching past the leg for 1 and 2. And 3. On this third one, we're going to grab where we can, the ankle, the knee, or the toes. Bring your other hand in as well. Lift your heart, turn over your turned out leg, and fold a little closer. aware that both sitting bones are grounded, aware of the current of stretch, of aliveness moving through your body, aware of breathing, so that all our focus is here and now. That's where the magic is. That's where the feel-good is. Anything doesn't feel good, you're just going to back off a little bit. Great. The hand on your leg, the same side hand, that would be your left hand on your left leg, is going to stay. And inhale now your free arm to open your heart and turn your trunk as far as you can, reaching the other way. Now bring that arm up and next to your ear, and we slide down the leg again. And this time we're opening deeply into the side body. And feel that. On the breath in, we'll make our way back up. And pause for a moment, relax the extended legs, sit tall, just relax your hands, and internal attuning to the natural flow of breath, body sensations, noticing if there's any jarring in your mental or emotional state, and just smile at it, let it be. And from here, we're going to switch legs. So out goes your right leg, and your left heel is in close. And we are going to start with that side bend. So the same side arm comes up to the vertical line. On the exhale, we're going to have 3 goes at this for 1, coming up again, and 2, 1 more time, come on up, and grab a hold where you can. Lovely. And your left arm comes up to the vertical line, and feel that extension straight up, straight up. Sit bone down, fingertips straight up. Lovely extension. Your gaze can be low, it could be towards your hand, foot. Guide your breath deep and smooth. Now from here on the inhale, we'll have both arms at the vertical line, where they first reached high and then shoulders drop, and we hold this. This is a buoyancy, a lightness as we lift our hearts and wings straight up, following the deep inhalation. The arms float down slowly to touchdown, where once touched down, heart lifts and heart comes forward. And we fold into the feeling state of here and now. And how lovely it is to be in a breathing body. Back on the yoga mat, back coming into relaxed focus. The miracle of breath flowing through. Two more breaths here. Walk your hands back and turn towards your extended leg. The opposite arm, inhale, take it up, Exhale, reach past your leg for 1 and 2 and 3. Grab a hold where you can, could be the ankle, knee or toes. Bring your other hand in. Now lift your heart and slide down that leg and be where you can. Feeling breath. So when we're in the flow place, we don't force or push. Just the way as water navigates itself. Our attention, our breath does that too. Good. And so now we'll hold on with the same hand. Right hand holds right ankle or toes. Your left arm inhales back and up and next to the ear, and slide down even deeper towards the leg and stay. So raise your ribs, your chest, and these little moments of lift and stretch, the breath pours in, more space arrives in the body. And as space arrives, there is optimal functioning, lovely flow of those organs and fluids, knowing where to go and what to do. Great, the inhale brings us back up, and the exhale releases the arms back down. As we'll now switch legs again, bringing this time your left leg directly forward and your right heel into the groin. Sitting bones, adjust. This is going to be a lovely forward fold over your extended leg. Raise the arms, and let's go all the way down, grab a hold. Heart lifts, inhale, and we fold forward, heart leading, gaze low. Breath deep and slow. So what I really love about this deep focus is that you meet places you forgot about. Like meeting an old friend you haven't seen for a while, it feels good. Or it might be a little touchy moment where we have to back off a bit. That's fine too. This mindfulness, this being present where we meet what is without judgment. Lovely. Now we're either going to walk up the leg or activate a strong core, lift the heart and raise the arms up. Lower them down and bring your bent knee up and step the foot over so it's flat. Still the sit bones are rooted and the heart is lifted, a little twist. And so your left arm or wrist wraps around your up knee and we rotate towards your right. The hand behind is supporting the vertical axis of the spine. And we are activating into a lovely twist. And the breath reaches deep into the back. Great, unwind, come to center and switch sides. Good, right leg is extended, raise your arms, raise your heart, be full and empty as we come forward, grabbing a hold. And here comes that inhale again to lengthen halfway up and fold over the leg as we now deepen connection. I'm going to be quiet. You can really feel into this. We're going to either walk, hands up leg, or activate the core and fly the arms up and lower and bring the bent knee up and step it over. All set up the midline and wrap to turn to your left. Upright twist. Feeling this new place. Great. Unwind, please. Both legs slide straight. And have the legs about hips width apart. And raise both arms up. And reach for your feet or your ankles. Lift your heart, breathe in. Now fold over on between. And we're symmetrical now. Feel the breath in the low back. Good. Now bring your left hand to your right foot. So we've got both hands on the right foot. Raise your right elbow and look under it. And maybe you have to let go the foot, doesn't matter. Just see if you can peep under that arm. And if that's not happening, take that right arm behind so it's out of the way. And we're in a forwarding and rotating. So we're folded over the right leg and the chest is rotating towards the right. On the exhale, bring your hand back. We'll walk both hands to the other foot. Same action. We want to look under the left elbow. And if that's an obstruction, then take that left arm behind and take the shoulder and the chest up. So we have this little twist in this forward bend. Good. Release the hand back, hand on each foot. Heart lifts. Exhale, heart forward for a deep forward fold for one breath. And a two breath. And one last breath in this position. To either walk your hands up your legs to come to upright, or from the strong core, raise the arms up. Circle around and bring your hands to the mat behind you and bend your knees. Good, so just a little moment of open heart, shoulders back, rooted feet and hands, and this may be enough for you. Or on the inhale, raise your hips up, come to tabletop for one, lowering, coming up again, flow with your breath, and two, one more. Nice, lovely. Release your legs back into cross legs and circle your wrists. Just flowing your fingers and your wrists. Lovely. And then inhale your heart wide open And exhale your right arm over, hands to shoulders, hugging in to round your back. Inhaling, flow to the open heart place. And exhale, it's going to be the other arm on top as we round the spine. Let's do it twice more. Lovely, everyone. Sit tall, hands on your thighs. Stand the palms open, thumb to index, just a little focused, relaxed attention on the natural breath, the state of your body, mind. Lovely. We release that. Let's come onto the back. Let's come onto the back this way. Sit on the middle of your mat. So your blanket can be to the side. Now we're sitting and feet are rooted, and we'll come into an approach to boat pose. So your heart is lifted. Fill out with a breath. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, come forward. And exhale into boat pose. Inhale forward, root your feet. Now the core muscles are starting to activate. We have 2 to go. Lovely. This last inhale takes us up, and the exhale takes us all the way down to the ground where your back lies down and your head arrives and your arms arrive and everything relaxes. Drop in. Feet can be flat. Feel this moment of arriving. Tuck your tail and flatten your sacrum. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Hold it with both hands and the left leg. Inhale it up to vertical. Looking at that left foot, exhale to circle it. Reversing on inhale, left foot, circling in the air. Bring it to flexed at fullness of breath. Left leg lowers down. Slowly the length of this exhalation, where there is a touchdown, and a bringing of that leg slowly up back to vertical. And bring it down again. We'll do that one more time. Nice, everyone. Raise your left leg. Bend the knee and hold that knee. Good. And extend your right leg to vertical. And circle your right foot on exhale. Reverse the circling on inhale. Flex the foot, top of breath. Right leg slowly straight. Exhales down to the ground for the very light touchdown, and bring it back up. Breathing in. To lower as we breathe out, feeling how the low back is stabilizing into the mat as we lower this leg. One more. Good. Raise the leg on inhale, and then bend that right knee and place a hand on each knee and draw them both in close. Glide the knees together and push them so they're directly over your hips. Your shin bones lift to parallel to the ground, and the arms go out to the T out from the shoulders. So have your palms rolled open. That means your shoulders are rolling back. Breath in, knees together towards the right, head left. And now roll your left arm so the hand is flat and your shoulder will be a little inwardly rotating. As we inhale the knees back up, roll that left arm open. And as the knees go to the left, rotate your right arm downwards, palm down and shoulder a little forward. It'll happen by itself. It's articulating into the shoulders as the hips are working as well. Inhale, everything comes back. Exhale, hips, knees to the right while that left arm flattens down. Flow with this. Breath, hips, arms and shoulders all connecting in this flow and moving in their own fluid way. Lovely strength emanating from the core of the body, the navel area. Fire in the belly area, our personal strength, standing our ground, being grounded and strong. And now we can flow around that strength. We've got one more to each side. Remember how the arms are rolling and the hips are rolling. Your head is rolling, all propelled by the breath. We come back to the center line. Let the feet come down to the mat and feel that landing. Bring your hands now to hold your head. Now the head can just rest in your cupped hands. Feel that. A little moment to tune in to the central axis. Can you feel your spine? Can you feel your right side lung moving with the breath? Can you feel your left side lung? And how as the next inhale occurs, feeling both ribs, both lungs fill and empty. And this time as we empty, press your low back deeply into the mat. Here comes the inhale, keep that. This exhale, we're going to curl the head and chest up, bring your right elbow across to your left knee, towards or touching. Inhale, bring it back. And we take it across, left elbow to right knee. And back. We stay with this. The exhale is that reaching across. The inhale is the returning. We try to have them both slow and flowing. We have one more to each side. As your foot lands, release your head, bring your palms down near your hips and even slightly tucked under. Feet are flat, parallel. Tuck tail and inhale your hips off the mat. Knees stay parallel and as bringing your spine off the mat all the way to the upper back. Exhale, come back down. And you feel your spine. The grounding is through the hands and feet, and the flow is through the breath and the lifting of your spinal column as high up as is doable today, And exhale, bring your bones back down. And as we did, stay with this flow. One more time. Nice. We're not relaxing yet. We're going to inhale, come up to stay. So raise your hips, keep your knees parallel and clasp hands under your back. Roll your upper arms under and send your knuckles towards your feet. And stay here to breathe. Still the tail is tucked under, drawn down. You inhale and exhale the same length, flowing with the breath even as we hold strength and focus in bridge pose. One more big breath in, which will hold a moment. In the holding, turn your palms down close together. Exhale the bones down and land on your wrists or ankles and slide your both legs straight. Flexed feet. Now keep your head and upper back on the mat. Take your right leg straight up to vertical. Exhale your right leg slowly down. Now the left leg comes up and lowers down. Let's see how this goes. We're going to take both legs. Inhale, bring them up. If your back is straining, just bend your knees. We'll exhale down. The legs land, keep them so engaged. Left leg, take it up. Lower down. Right leg, inhale up. And then down. And here we go again. Both legs come up. And lower down. And this time, as your legs touch down, let them relax and pin your arms, roll them open, and soften your limbs. And feel how that can soften into the belly as well. So all of that emanated from strength at the core. Lovely. Take your arms now overhead, forming a narrow letter X. So your arms are about shoulder width. No, so drop the shoulders again, like we did earlier. Widen your legs so they are also at the corners of your mat. Great. Now enliven your arms and your legs. Breathe in. Right arm and left leg move to vertical and maybe touch, and inhale back. Keep now the legs and arms firmed up as the left arm and right leg meet, and inhale, exhale back. Keep going, cross the midline. So it's actually the exhale where the leg and the opposite arm come up. Inhale takes them back. Exhale across, finding your own cadence. We have one more to each side. Lovely. And as the limbs land, soften them and bring your arms alongside, lie for a moment in the mini Shavasana. Drop into your own body-mind. Nice. Now bend both knees and tuck your tail. Lift the feet off, and now take your both knees to your left. Take your arms wide out from the shoulders. The knees to the left, draw up towards your left elbow. Right arm is wide out for the inhale, and then the right arm comes across to your left hand for exhale. Flow now. Inhale into the open heart. The right arm extends wide. Exhale that right arm across. Your head could come up a little bit. And we've got 3 more. Flow with his arm and shoulder and upward back. Extending and flowing open. And the exhale is this spreading across the back and closing up in the front. We've got 1 to go. Big wide open arms, strong in the core. Bring your knees up and take your knees towards the right, and again draw your knees high up towards your right elbow. Register this moment, and here comes that inhale. To exhale, your left arm across and open wide in. Exhale across. See if the hands can match up. Twice more. This inhale opens the arm, followed by the exhale, knees come up and feet touch down. Lovely, leave the knees bend. Adjust to the center line with your spine. And now bring your palms down near the feet. As we come back to bridge pose, peel up off the mat, clasp hands. Activate straight arms, reaching knuckles, spreading sternum. 3 breaths flowing one into the next. Nice. Come down gently. On landing, take a moment to register the landing moment. And we're going to flip over onto the belly, come into Sphinx pose. There we are in Sphinx. So in Sphinx, we'll hold this shape and really meet the breath flowing. Twice more. Here comes the inhale. On exhale, slide your elbows back, put your hands in that spot, curl the toes, and press to hands and knees. We find ourselves in all fours, adjust, And in all fours, we'll take cow-cat. So spine moving, inhaling, chest forward, exhaling, chin tucks under as the tailbone does too. 1 and 2 and 3. This time, right leg reaches back parallel to the mat and left arm forward. Hold steady here. And we flow with the moving again. Bend the right knee, look up, inhale, knee forward and left arm back for 1 and 2 and 3. Good. Back to fours. Widen your knees, big toes together, and inch your arms forward and bring your heart towards the mat. Extended child's pose, 3 breaths. So here we can feel asymmetry. Next inhale, come back to fours. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Cow-cat, inhale, heart forward. Exhale, flow into the rounding of your back and the contracting of your tummy. 1 and 2 and 3 . From here, left leg back, parallel to the mat, right arm forward. And breathe here. Hold steady in the body, breath flows. Great, and here we go. Begin to move. The left knee bends, lift the heart. Exhale, right elbow back and knee forward. 1 and 2 and 3. Lovely, well done. Hand and knee, come back, and we go again to wide knees, big toes together, extended child's pose. 3 breaths. Great. Come now back to knees under hips, and this time elbows under shoulders, palms together in the prayer pose, and let your head relax. Look at your knees. Firmly press your forearms down, curl your toes under. Let's take the knees up off the mat, coming into dolphin pose. Adjust your feet a little forward or a little back until your legs can move towards straight. Now find the flow in your breath. Sustaining for 2 more cycles, finding our strength. Final big inhale to hold. Ready to exhale, come down into child's pose. This time maybe your hands near your feet or under your brow. And soften back. Release your hips, release the belly, shoulders. And the flow goes on. The breath is the flow. come up to fours and downward facing dog. Three breaths. After these 3 breaths, please walk your feet forward until all the weight is on them. Standing forward, bend, parallel feet, knees bent, and hands to shin bones. Inhale, bring your chest forward, flat back. Exhale, fold over your legs. That's 1. Twice more. Tail to crown is long. And exhale, fold. 1 more time. This time the inhale will take us up to standing. So we could just roll up, head stays low. Rolling up, breathing in, coming up to the vertical stance, and take a moment and feel all this here. Standing tall. Feel your stability through your feet. And as we stand tall, just raise your toes off the mat, spread them, and place your toes back down. And now raise your heels up and lower them back down. We'll add the arms. Inhale, arms float forward and up, and raise your heels. Exhale, lower down. As we did, raise the arms, come off the heels. Exhale down. Twice more. And 1 more time. Lovely. Bring your hands to prayer pose. Walk your feet a little closer in if they're wide. We'll salute the sun, variation. Widen up, come the arms, breathe in. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway up, breath in. Downward dog for exhale. The inhale takes us to plank. And come all the way down to the mat on your tummy. Little cobra here. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, back down. And let's do that twice more. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale, down. 1 more time, little cobra. And exhale, down. Curl your toes. We can go along the knees or straight up to plank. And then we'll go back to downward dog. 3 breaths. From the downward dog, raise your left leg up behind. Aim your foot to the front end of the mat and bring your right foot next to it. Standing forward, bend. Halfway up, breath in. Fold. This time we're coming all the way upright, arms overhead. And bring your hands back to prayer pose. Pause here to breathe and feel how flow continues even when we're standing still. Good, we'll go again. Inhale, widen up. Yeah, it's a forward bend. Exhale, halfway up to downward dog. The inhale is to plank, to come down either through plank or through your knees, all the way down. And lightly on your hands as we inhale, little cobra. Exhale, back down. And inhale, raise your heart and lower. we've got one more little cobra flowing. And this exhale as we come down, you know what to do. Toes curl. Come back your way to downward dog for 3 cycles of breath. The next inhale is the right leg lifting up behind. Aim the foot to the front and follow with your left foot. Standing forward, bend with the hands on the shin, forward the halfway up. And fold. And come up all the way to tall. And prayer pose at the heart. Lovely. Let's take a wide stance along the width of your mat. So the feet are parallel and we have our arms parallel to the ground. So root down and stretch wide for the inhale and cross over to your opposite ankle. Exhale and inhale back. And cross over and inhale back. So flow with this. Last one. All the way up, hands to hips. We're coming down the midline. First, fill up with a breath. Come forward all the way along the midline. Inch your fingertips forward on the mat and your seat back. 3 breaths. Lovely. From this place, walk your hands towards your right. Turn that right leg all the way out. Come off your back heel. And we've got a hand now each side of the foot. And we're in this lunge. Fill out with a breath. And on the exhalation, let's open. We could always bring that back knee down if that feels a little more accessible. Let's give that a try. Or keep your back leg straight. We're opening up to the side. So it would be your right arm. Lower the hand. Straighten the back leg, and now walk your arms the other way through the wide legs and all the way to face the other end of your mat. Turn your legs, hand each side of your foot. Either keep your back leg straight or lower it down, and we twist to the bent knee side. Raise the arm. Lovely. Lower down, and we're going to straighten the back leg and walk again to the wide-legged parallel feet shape. Hands, arms forward, hips back. 3 breaths. Nice. Bring your hands back, walk your feet in until your feet are underneath your hips. Little bend in the knees and roll up to stand. Stand tall, raise your arms overhead and prayer pose. Nice. All right, let's go down back to the ground on our backs with a block underneath the sacrum. So we have support for this bridge. Raised hips, arms are tucked close. Feel free to keep your feet on the ground or to send both legs up into the air. So this is a relaxing place. As you feel into this moment, letting it all be, see if it's possible to extend your exhalation. Lovely, bend the knees, let the feet land, and remove the block. And lower your hips slightly right of center, so you can wrap your right leg over and let your hips flow to the left, upper body come to ease. Receive your breaths in, extend the breath out. On inhale, bring your knees back up and switch sides. Settle upper back as lower body relaxes towards your right. Come right into the breath. Please bring your legs back up, uncross, and set up now for final relaxation. Get the props that you like and bring your body into this neutral and supported place. Corpse pose. Deep implication of corpse pose is that we become very, very still. And yet the flow continues because we are very much alive. More enlivened with this little exertion, yoga poses and breathing. Body and mind relaxed, the feeling of the breath. And this approach of quietude and peace and gratitude. Letting your whole body-mind rest in gratitude. So beautiful, yogis, feel free to stay as you are, or gently roll to your side, come up to sit, as we complete our practice, acknowledging appreciation for being alive and grateful for this beautiful world. Namaste.